Hello everyone, my name is Jessica Haro, and we're here at Maya TV with Adrina Isakhani. She's a photographer with a really unique perspective on photography.
Hello everyone, thank you for inviting me today. Like you said, I'm Adrina Isakhani. I was born in Iran. I'm Assyrian Armenian from Iran, and I moved here when I was 13 years old. So I've been living here for over 20 years now.
Yeah, let's start at the beginning. How did you get involved with photography?
Thank you for asking me that. I was around 7 years old, and I was playing with my mom's camera, and my passion started. It was fascinating to me just how the camera worked, how I could take pictures, and then later on with my mom we went and developed a film, and looking at the pictures and just like capturing those moments. It was inspiring to me. So that's how my passion started. For a while, like I always had a camera in my hands to take pictures of my family members, friends. But I went to university. I chose science. I went to Cal State University Northridge.
Go Matadors?
Yes, absolutely. And then I was taking classes, photography classes. The passion is always there, so I'm like, okay, yes, I love science. I'm going through environmental occupational health program, but I want to continue my passion. So I took courses with the associate professor Craig Ashby. It was a black and white photography course, and then it was film. I had to learn to develop my film in the darkroom, and then print the pictures. So that was fascinating, and it was a new experience to me. Afterwards, I took more classes for photography editing. So along my degree, I continued photography either through workshops, classes, just any experience I could get into. And then I went after that into my master's, and then I got my MBA. Even like I wanted to have more experience in photography, but from my parents' encouragement, I went into science, and right now I'm working as a environmental health and safety manager for a laboratory.
Yeah, so that's been primarily your career with photography as a hobby, but how did that become even more like central to what you do, and how did it become intertwined with your career?
So my passion became more serious when I met few Persian singers. I went to their concerts. I love music, listening to the music, watching the videos, how they're made. So I went to a few concerts. Backstage, I met a singer. His name is Saeed Alizadeh, and we became good friends over the past 15 years. And I've been working with him, marketing his songs and his social platforms, and working on his cover photos. So as much as I went into science, still that burning passion still is there, and that's how I started again, working in the field, taking photos, and pretty much going to behind the scenes of videos, meeting different directors. That's how it started, and I have a few upcoming projects also.
Wonderful. Now, you come into photography and into the film world with a really unique perspective because you have that background in science and healthcare. So how did you bring everything that you learned there into your photography and work in film?
So my background is in health and safety, and at every set you need to make sure that behind the scenes or in front of the lens, the clients are safe, and all the individuals working to make that video or photo shoot coming together are safe, and all the regulations are followed. A few examples is just going and checking this area that is going to be used for the shooting. It needs to be safe, so you need a risk assessment, and if it's outdoors, you need to make sure it's not too cold, it's not too hot. If it is, like, you need equipment to be able to respond. And also I have my MBA, so there's a business aspect of it too. So when you're working with clients, treat it as a project. You need to make sure all the aspects are there, the contract is set, and there's a schedule, there's a budget. So even though I didn't go into photography or have the education in photography, it's been more like a hobby, but my degrees have helped me to be better at the photo shoots and behind the scenes anticipating of what needs to be done, and ultimately is the satisfaction of the clients, and also it depends on what it is. For example, I have a video shoot coming up for a cosmetic line, so other than I have my clients, there are consumers to satisfy also. So both experience, science and photography, are coming together for me, and it gives me different perspectives, and it's been helping me a lot actually.
Tell us about the work you do with this makeup line.
So the makeup line that I'm working with is Naturally Glamorous by one of my dearest friends, Sholik Manukian. And in a few weeks we're gonna have a video shoot to market her cosmetic line. And so it's gonna be a new experience. I'm very excited about it. And my background, I believe, and I'm confident that it's gonna come out how she wants it to be. And even today I'm wearing some of her cosmetics, highlight.
I was noticing earlier, like, wow, that looks really nice.
Thank you. I encourage everyone, the viewers, to check it out on Instagram. And also she is making sure the harsh chemicals are not in the product. So I stand by the product. I've been wearing it myself also.
So then, what have you learned, because you're taking pictures of makeup now, is there anything that you need to keep in mind in particular when taking photos of that?
Absolutely. So lighting is very important. Whether you have a photo shoot or video shoot, you need to make sure you have the right lighting. If it's a product, you need to make sure it's presented very well, because the consumer is looking for that specific look. As a photographer and videographer, I need to make sure, other than my client is satisfied, also the consumers of the product are satisfied, and I can deliver. So the lighting is very important.
Okay. Now, as well as working behind the camera, you also do a lot on the business side of things. How did you get involved in that?
So to present my work specifically, like, I need to make sure I market it the right way. So my background, having an MBA, is very helpful, because I need to find the right clients, get the contract, make sure the business goes forward. So it's not just having the right skills and having the passion and talent. You have to have the business aspect also. So marketing is very important, and through the program that I went through, marketing was focus of the program, and it has been helping me with working with my artist friend Said Alizadeh, and you can check him out on Instagram and see my work.
Okay. And I understand that not only do you do photography, but you're also getting into doing filmmaking.
So this is very new to me, and I'm exploring different ideas, and I'm thinking of making short film other than like commercial videos or for cosmetic lines. So I've been working with different models, and I'm very excited for the upcoming project. So it's definitely one of the newest passion that I'm pursuing is getting into film.
Yeah, tell us more about those upcoming projects that you have planned.
So I've talked to a few models, and it's gonna be an outdoor photo shoot and video shoot. So basically we want to show, for the cosmetic line, we want to show different looks, whether it's like day look or evening look. So other than the products, we're demonstrating how consumers can benefit from the product. Is gonna be pretty much like my first professional video shoot. I had video shoots before, but this one is more on a higher level, and still working out the ideas with my client and the model. So other than finding out what they're looking for, I'm gonna throw my own twists and ideas through my experience of marketing. So I'm encouraging everyone once it's out to follow me and keep up so they can also benefit from viewing it and possibly purchasing the products.
Wow, you are doing so much photography and business and filmmaking, and you're still working in science and health. How are you doing so much at one time?
So my passion drives me forward all the time, and life becomes hard, it's stressful, but still, like, I want to make my dream come true, and I keep pushing myself, reorganizing my priorities. It's important to me to make sure that I pursue what I'm looking for, what all my dreams. So I understand when you're saying how do you get to it, is just being more organized and making a priority. I noticed that I work more and I spend more time working, but still, like, it pays off at the end of the day. When I see the project, when I see my clients are happy, it all pays off.
What do you enjoy taking photos of the most?
So mostly I have been taking pictures of individual celebrities, so I'm into portraits, but I have experience in other areas, landscape. I enjoy when I see a nice scene, and I like to capture the moment. And then on the sides, I've done a few engagements and couple photography. So mostly my main photography is focused on portraits and celebrity and music video photo shoots.
Okay. Now, I'm curious, you've talked about how your work in science influences your photography. Does it go the other way around? Like, do you take anything back from what you learn with your creative projects into that field?
Absolutely. So a lot of times, because I'm in the safety field and I have to put projects together, I have to train employees. So a lot of times I speak through my photos. There are at times when I'm training employees, it gets boring of how many like bullet points you have to look at or look at the slides. But hey, I use my pictures. I try to show how this work and demonstrate. So it's been very useful at work too. Few times for events at work, I was asked to photograph, and all of us sit in an auditorium and watch the photos and the video. So it's been working at work, and it's been helping me also what I studied in my photography. So it's been an interesting. I didn't talk about it or I didn't think about it in the past. But now that I'm using both science and art together, it all makes sense, and I'm happy with my choices.
And do you feel that your life, your experiences, like being an Iranian, moving here at a young age, has that like influenced your work at all?
I always think about back home. I think about myself, how successful would I have been if I was there. So coming to United States is definitely a land of opportunities. So I find myself even like as a woman to have more opportunities here, but still like my heart is back at home, and I want to have collaboration there. So in future, if I can work with directors and in my country, in Iran, I would love that. Actually, last year I attended the film festival, and I was attending on behalf of my director friend Sepide Ravami and producer Sultan Farzaneh, and they did a great job with their film, and they won the drama category. So it's going to be a blessing and a great opportunity if I can do the collaboration and work with the directors in Iran also.
Are there any directors in particular that you would love to work with?
Networking is definitely important. So since I've been mostly on the photography side and I'm getting into the film, so definitely like if I have the right introduction and connection, I don't have a particular person in mind right now, but for sure I would love to meet and work with them.
And are there any photographers that you particularly admire?
Richard Avedon is one of my favorite photographers. Two reasons. One reason is that he liked to use movement, either it was fabric or during like fashion shows, or even his portrait photography. So he was looking for that exact moment to capture. That's one of the reasons. Another reason I like Richard Avedon is that he made his subject so comfortable, and other than he was looking for the poses, he was taking pictures, he wanted those candid shots, he wanted those real shots. So it's very important as a photographer to make the individual you're photographing comfortable, because sometimes it's just the nerves come out and the photos they're not the right photos. So it's important to learn to work with different individuals. Like models, they have the experience, they have their own photos. Just take someone, an average person who wants to have their portrait taken. So you have to give directions, make them comfortable, and that's why I like Richard Avedon. And he did a great job making the individuals comfortable and capturing the moment.
And do you have any advice for any aspiring photographers and filmmakers who may be watching?
So don't get encouraged. Make sure, I know life gets hard, it's stressful. Make sure you work on your passion, and then make your dreams come true. There are moments that are like disappointment, and it's discouraging to move forward, but don't give up. Today you didn't make it, not a problem. Tomorrow is another day. Make sure to follow your passion and make your dreams come true.
Well, thank you, Adrina, so much for being here. Where could our audience learn more about you? Do you have a social media or anything?
I'm on Instagram, so if you're interested to follow me, you can look me up by Photography with Adrina and follow my work, and I'll be happy if I can take anyone's photo.
Well, be sure to follow her. Thank you so much for coming here and talking to us. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you for having me here.